Well, hello, dear viewer. 'Tis Unclejona here again. Sorry I haven't been around for a couple of days, but I've been feeling really like gnarly, man. So I haven't drunk any beers at all. Which is not like me at all. I do feel better now. Is it because I haven't drank any beers? Well, no, I don't think so, because I usually feel better when I've drunk some beers. And it's the end of an era, because it's the last one in the London series. There's nothing in here about this particular brewery. Um, but don't forget, we do have the London Underground tube map of Doomers. And it's this one here. It is Terry Wogan's Pale Ale. WOLGAN apparently, from Brewery, and they are in Peckham, down in South London, mate. Yeah. It says a soft, pillowy New England pale ale, brewed with half Styrian wolf and half dragon. Wow, half dragon, Jesus. Um, a mythical Wolgan. Oh, is that what it is? Half dragon, half wolf. Interesting. This has notes of floral, citrus, grapefruit, tropical fruit with complex, intense aromas of mango and passion fruit. So basically, like any other pale ale in the modern style. And Peckham is, oh God, somewhere down, Jesus, down here, down there, somewhere along here, I guess. Down in the south. No, Peckham's here, is it? No, that's Crystal Palace. Where's Peckham? Oh, it's up a bit. There we go. Peckham up there. See, I used to live in London, and even I don't know where everything is. Yeah, it's a big place. And if you're Donald Trump, you don't want to come to London. Don't know why, mate. You should go to California and see what's going on in places like San Francisco. Your country is really fucked, mate. So don't fucking throw stones if you live in glass houses. Um, Anyway, let's not talk politics. I will get in trouble. Let's drink a beer. So here it is. It looks like the seats in the London Underground. They've got that weird pattern. They've definitely gone for some sort of artwork, no doubt. Brick Brewery, Peckham. And there is their socials. And I fear, yeah, I can see it already. Look, brewed and canned in the EU and imported back into the UK by Beer 52. Absolute nonsense. 5.5%. What have we got here? Avoid the pregnant ladies, avoid the vegans, avoid recycling, throw this can straight into the bin. Shame on. What do we got? We got wheat and oats in there. We know what the hops are, dragon and wolf. I was thinking like that podcast, but it's not dragon, it's hawk free wolf. If you like skateboarding, if you're into skateboarding in the 1980s, like me, I got love for you. If you were a skater in the 80s, you'll know who Tony Wolf. You'll know Tony Wolf, yeah, of course. Tony Hawk, of course. But he's got a really good podcast, and yeah, he has comedians there. Obviously, there's a connection with Jackass. He has those guys on sometimes. Yeah, very interesting podcast. Anywho, let us get this beer into the glass. One more beer. None of the beers so far have been brewed in London. They've all been brewed in the EU. Well over a finger's fluffy white head. I'm looking at that. That looks pretty nice, I have to say. And we might even be able to yeah, why not? Get this bad boy into the glass like that. And the other interesting thing, in addition to the malts, the oats, the wheat, it has chit, CH, dear viewer, IT, chit. What is that? I'm loving the sort of look of it. It does look very like a kind of, well, it looks like a West Coast pale, and they've called it a New England because it's the new style, because it's hazy, I guess. Hmm. Oh, itchy nose. My God, itchy nose, dear viewer. Passion fruit, yeah. Mango, no, I'm not getting mango on the nose. I am getting that kind of floral thing though. And I have to say, Styrian dragon and Styrian wolf. So they're related, obviously, to the noble hops, which aren't really anything to do with the with the EU. Of course they are. They're nothing to do with London. Put it that way. Um, so yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. Ironically, you when you're doing your scoring on the Beer 52 website, you have to rate the box. That's the first thing that you can do. You can't skip it. So you're rating the box before you even try any of the beers. And obviously, I used to live in London, so I was like, yeah, London beers are fantastic, fantastic. Zero of these actual beers are London beers. So if I was, and this is, I haven't tried this beer yet, but this is the last one in the box. Um, if I was to rate it now, I would call it zero because none of these were actually brewed in London. Zero. And that's just actually, I might give it 1 point out of 5 because I love this. This, doing a little insert as tasting notes, is absolutely fantastic idea. Brilliant, genius. But when your beers are not what they're supposed to be, it's disgraceful, I think. Anyway, let's see what we think of this one. There's a bit of verdantness in there, a bit of green. Cheers and beers. Happy Friday. Light, creamy, fresh. This has been in the fridge, mind you. And then, wow, lovely kind of mango. It's very soft. The mango, the tropical stuff is all there, but it's really soft. It's a soft beer. A little bit of residual sweetness in there too, which is kind of good. What was the strength there, viewer? 5.5. He's reading it off the can. Wow, I have to say, this is a really nice beer. Shame it wasn't brewed in London. Otherwise, I'd score it very highly. There's something. There's something else in there. Something a bit ruby, a bit kind of. Maybe that is the passion fruit. Mango definitely is there. Creaminess. Oh, the oat and wheat is really good. But there's something there, a bit more fruity. Um, so my first sip, it was very creamy because of the oats and wheat, like I already said. But then the second sip, you're getting a bit more fruit. You're getting a bit more kind of. There's a lot of berry in there, which is interesting. Bit of sourness too coming in. Did they say? Just having a look on there, I was seeing it. I think it said grapefruit in this. Come on, come on. Grapefruit. I can read it in that haze. Sorry, dear viewer, this camera is not picking it up on this wonderful bank holiday Friday. I'd usually take today off, but I didn't in this case. But yeah, I'm definitely getting a bit of sourness now, and I think that's where someone is saying, "Oh, it's grapefruit." Um, Not 100% convinced it is actually tastes like. It's not grapefruit in the normal citrus kind of connotation of grapefruit, but I know what they mean. It's like a sort of soury kind of thing. It's not very zesty though. It's more kind of juicy. Um, Whereas something like a Simcoe hop um, would be a bit more fresh, a bit more zesty. Um, this is a lot more kind of down and sour, sour grapefruit, if that is a thing. I know there's different types of grapefruit. Well aware, Div, you're well aware. But yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Now, I'm off to Kent Brewery, and Kent Brewery is an enigma, really. Where I am, you see Kent Brewery everywhere. Lots of micro pubs, and like Thanet and Kent is the king of the nitro pubs, really. There's so many around, and they're fantastic. It's a really good thing in my opinion. But the problem with Kent Brewery is I'm not 100% sure what their core range is because they seem to do a lot of just special one-off beers. They don't hang around for very long. Very experimental. I had one the other day called Orange Crush. Really, it's similar to this, but with lots of orangey type things. Mandarin Bavaria, I imagine. Um, so yeah, I'm going to their brewery tomorrow. Shake hands, hand out some cards. Hopefully, we can do some tasting. Going to do some standardization with my wingman from the tasting panel who lives down the road. And we're meeting a guy up there who's from Maidstone too. And hopefully, we'll taste some beers. Yeah, do some tasting of lots of different fantastic beers. See what happens, eh? Oh, and that's what you should do on a bank holiday. Go to a brewery. It'd be rude not to. Line. What have we got on the back? We have got all sorts of craziness. Looks like one of those ink blots that most of the time look a bit sexual and sort of weird. But look, there's a sort of a man. Look, there's the Lone Ranger rearing up, riding a horse across. Um, there we go. Foam watch. Maybe this beer is affecting me a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, Wolgan Pale Ale. Terry Wogan says, "Oh, wibble wobble tippy too." No, that's Scottish. How does Terry Wogan? Franz Ferdinand. Oh, it's all tell. Oh, oh, oh. And all that kind of stuff. Do you remember Wogan, that TV show? Graham Norton all over the stuff, and Jonathan Ross if you look at the other side. But I think Graham Norton wins it. Um, Enjoy your weekend, whatever you're doing. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do an upload tomorrow because I'm visiting a brewery, strangely enough. Maybe if you're really lucky, I'll do a sort of a little short from the brewery and see how we do. Hopefully, it won't rain too much. That'll put a dampener on all things. But yeah, Kent Brewery. If you see it out and about, try Kent Brewery because they're making some really, really good beers, and they're standing up for the county of Kent against all comers. So yeah, my recommendation is drink Kent Brewery beers. See where we go. Brick. That's a fantastic beer. I do like that. Brick Brewery, Wolgan, but the fact that it wasn't brewed in London, it was brewed somewhere in the EU, gets a downer from Unclejona. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I will be back. I will be back with another beer review real soon.